Hey guys, my name's Steve Alheim and I'm a personal trainer in the Chicagoland area. And today I'd like to do a review on the Mobility WOD Coaches course. And I'd like to show my certificate here to prove I attended the course. So 2 quick items. If you want to know more about me, please check out my bio video. And secondly, I am looking down here at some notes because I want to make sure I cover certain points. So I have this review into 7 sections. I'm going to do an overall quick summary if I liked it. Then I'm going to talk about the scope of practice, the assessments, the instructors, mobilizations, breathing, and BFR, blood flow restriction. So jumping right in, overall, did I like the course? Yes, very much. Learned a lot of good information over 2 days. It's the favorite course I've taken so far in my education. And I can't read people's minds, but I'm pretty sure all the other students liked it in class as well. We had a lot of eye-opening moments in class, and we had a lot of different experience levels. Some people were new to fitness and just enjoyed stuff, and one person was a athletic trainer who did that for 20 years. So everyone seemed to enjoy the course. It was a great course. I enjoyed it a lot, so I recommend it. So what exactly did I like? So the first section I liked a lot was scope of practice. And if this was the only section of the course, this alone I think was worth it. So what do you do when someone comes at you and throws out the P word, pain? Do you say immediately go to a physician, or do you say I'm going to work with you? So what this course did really well was it broke down if you should work with them, and it brought up red rules, and if so, how long you should work with them before deciding if you're going to still continue working with them or if you should send to a physician. Lastly, it covered some really good terminology, and I highlighted this a lot in the course manual because it gave you a good dictionary of what to say. So when someone comes at you and says, hey coach, in today's workout I had a lot of pain in my shoulder when I was going overhead, you know how to respond back and sound intelligent without going out of the scope of practice and end up in court and being found negligent. So it was a really good section, a lot of detail there. I really liked it a lot. I highlighted a lot in my manual. Good stuff. The next section I liked a lot was the assessments. So I'm FMS certified, and I think that their assessments in this course was a lot more detailed. It adds in passive and motor control tests, and you can really target the limiting factor when you're testing someone to see where exactly restrictions are. So how it worked was the instructors would have us pair up, and so I got to see my own restrictions and other people. Then the instructors did a really great job of calling out when people had an interesting mobility restriction. Everyone come here and see how this feels on this person who's missing a lot of external rotation. And so it was really beneficial on myself was okay, but on other people was the part that I really liked, because as a trainer you're going to be working with all your athletes and you're going to want to know what this feels like. So when the coaches were helping you point things out and see different interesting restrictions, it was very helpful. In class we also had someone who had no restrictions, and so you got to see and feel what that felt like on someone who has perfect range of motion and all the tests and archetypes. So that was really cool. So while I'm on the instructors topic, my instructors were Dr. Danny and Dr. Travis, and they did a great job. They explained everything really well. And one thing that happened to me in other seminars is sometimes I would have what I call a BS moment, where you hear something the instructor says and you think, I don't know about that, it doesn't sound right. That did not happen once here. Everything was explained very well. All of our questions were answered. You can test and retest all the material. So it was really good. The instructors did a great job. Moving on to the mobilizations. I'll keep this short and sweet. We learned new advanced ones that I hadn't seen on Mobility WOD. Some of them required us as the coach to do a little bit of blocking to help the person who was mobilizing get into a good position. And every single one of us in class had really good breakthroughs on our test. After we had the assessments, we did the mobilizations, and you can immediately see improvement. A lot of them were really good. The mobilizations were great. So breathing. So I have to say I didn't really respect breathing very much when I came into this course. I knew from watching Mobility WOD that you had to be able to breathe in a position when you're mobilizing, and if you can't breathe, you're in too deep and you need to back off. But really I didn't respect the power of it. And I'm going to give an example of what happened to me in course here. So I came in early the second day, and I was working with Travis, and I was explaining how I don't have full range of motion when I'm reaching down to pick up the bar on a straight leg deadlift. So maybe I should start pulling from a rack or something a little higher. And he immediately said, well, hey, let's test this out. So he had me set up. I did proper bracing, 2-hand roll. I reached down and I'm about 4 inches from the bar. So he says, let's try something. Let's just do some breath work. So he coaches me through about 60 seconds maybe of proper breathing, and he says, try again. I said, okay. So I made sure I didn't bias the test at all. I did proper bracing, 2-hand roll. I reached down, and no joke, I gained 2 inches on my reach to the bar, which is 50% of what I was missing before. And that was pretty awesome just to see the power of breathing in that 60 seconds of work. So what else we learned in class in regards to that? That was outside, like I said, of class, but it was pretty cool because it was with the material we learned in class. So we also in class learned about assessing breathing and the assessments. So that was cool as well, and it was a good section. So the last one is blood flow restriction. So I didn't know too much about this at all coming into the course. I did voodoo floss my elbow and my ankle for some injuries, but this took it to a whole nother level. What we learned here was how to do it properly within an exercise, so like a bodyweight squat. And we learned best use case scenarios, how to do it properly, like I said, and then we did it in class. And it was both awesome and terrible at the same time, because you can take a bodyweight exercise and make it very hard. What it does to the body is pretty awesome, and having them explain everything in course, then seeing it on yourself was really cool. So that is all of my review. I just wanted to hit a couple quick sections. My review was very positive, but it was honest. I really liked the course. There was other good stuff in the course as well. There was really good stuff on warm-ups, cool downs, but in general, it was just a great course. I highly recommend it for anybody, personal trainer, coach, gym teacher, even athletic trainers like the person I brought up earlier. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, like, comment. If you have questions, ask, I'll respond. And I'm going to try and do more stuff in the future. Maybe comment on some future seminars or other stuff or equipment I buy. So, like I said, hope this was helpful. Have a great day.